Oh, it's my eye.
Hey guys, it's Lace 'em Up, and today we're going to be talking about the 2017 Nmd Og.
Alright, I was lucky enough to pick up this online last weekend. You guys already know what the shoe is, so let's just get right into the review. So the entire upper of the shoe is made out of the traditional PK material with the PK collar. These are nothing different from what I have released before. The lacing system's the same like every other PK, and the only thing that's different is just the OG bricks.
Now we're going to talk about the sole. The sole is going to be a standard boost midsole with two bricks right here, like he said. They're going to be blue and red. So our outsole right here is going to be a standard NMD outsole, which has been on all the NMDs so far, unless you have a Chukka Trail. When we move into the insole right here, there's actually no insole. It's just straight boost with maybe a little liner covering that. So your foot sits right on top of the boost.
All right, so now we're gonna get into the comfortability of this. All right, so what do you guys think? 1 through 10, comfortability?
I have to give it about a 7.5 out of 10.
7.5, what
Probably give it around an 8.
I'm gonna go ahead and give this a 9. So if you add all our 3 scores together, overall Lace 'em Up gives this an 8.2 out of 10 comfortability rating. So let's get into durability. What do you guys think about durability?
Durability is going to be on the lower side just because it has the boost midsole, not as durable as the other midsoles. So I'm gonna have to give it about a 4, which is kind of low, but it's still a great shoe.
I'd probably give it around a 3. Be honest.
Yeah, I'm gonna give this around a 4. I think a 4, and the only reason why I think we're all giving it such low numbers is because yes, the materials are really nice, but they're really fragile. If you don't take care of your shoes, then it's just gonna bust.
So if you're gonna use these as beaters, they're probably gonna get really beat, as the word beaters would infer. So you probably don't want to use that. If you're gonna use it more like a casual dress shoe or something that's gonna be a little more fancy, you're gonna take it out to dinner. So if you're gonna take care of the shoe, it's gonna have a lot longer of a lifespan. And overall, like, I don't understand why anybody would use these as beaters. I've grown up to appreciate things that cost a lot of money, so I would just never be able to take these out as beaters.
So as for price on these, like I said before, I was lucky enough to get these at retail, which is at $170. But for resale,
the price point of these is going to be about $270, give or take, on any of the consignment websites or any of the apps that we have now. StockX, GOAT, it's going to be around $270 that we've seen, maybe even a little bit lower if you're lucky. But if you use Facebook or any of like small groups where people create their own prices, it'll probably be a lot more expensive. And with the price point, you're gonna wanna get a 2017 model if you're looking for the lower value. If you're a buyer, if you're a reseller, you probably want the 2015 one because it's gonna cost more. It's gonna cost maybe around like $130, give or take, from the 2015 to the 2017 model.
So the availability of this shoe is gonna be a GR release, but it was extremely limited because everyone wanted this shoe. The hype around it was real, and I would compare this to Space Jam 11 that just came out. They made a lot of pairs, but sold out instantly.
Going on another example of what availability would be on this, it's just like any other Adidas release from last year. It's going to be really not so much limited, but it's going to be really highly coveted, and a lot of people are going to want to buy them, so they're going to sell it really fast. Any apps like the Confirmed app are going to be gone in like 2 seconds. We've all taken L's on that. But yeah, it's just going to be not so much unavailable as it is highly coveted, and people are going to want to get them. So now we're going to jump into the differences between the 2015 shoe and the 2017 shoe.
The only 2 differences are going to be in the PK collar. In the 2015, they have gray stitching into it, but in the 2017, it's an all black, just jet black top. And then in the 2015, the blue brick is gonna be a little lighter, and the 2017 brick is gonna be a little darker. Those are the only 2 differences.
They're very small differences, but to the trained eye, to a sneakerhead, they're gonna be able to tell the difference between a 2015 and 2017 model. But to any other shoe consumer, it's gonna be very small, so it doesn't really matter which one you get.
Let's get into, is it worth the cop? Is it worth retail? Do you guys think it's worth retail?
Personally, I think it's worth retail, but at this point where I am right now, I wouldn't get it for retail just because I have to save for heat coming up in the next couple of weeks.
well, obviously to me it is retail. I got you. But
Yeah.
if you guys are looking to buy it resale, I don't think it's worth it.
Yeah, I feel like any NMD is worth retail, especially if you love the colorway. You have to love the colorway in order to pay resale.
I really like how they treated this NMD as like a retro shoe, like how they did with the Space Jam Jordans, and I hope they do that with more shoes like the Adidas Ultra Boost OGs.
What I'm afraid of is I just hope they don't overdo it and they don't keep producing them like they kind of do with Jordan. Because I want the NMD to be very like not so much like limited, but it's still like a special shoe to see. I just don't want them to overdo it, but I would be really happy to see like them re-release some of the shoes, such as like the OG Ultra Boost and the first couple of Ultra Boost. Just something that's a little more special and something that's gonna mean a lot to people, so they can keep like the hype going for these shoes.
So our final thoughts on the shoe. What do you guys think?
So my final thoughts on the shoe is it's a nice shoe. I wish that they would have black bricks, but you know, not everybody can have what they want. Adidas is not just listening to me. Obviously, people really like the shoe. So I mean, I can't complain. It's a nice shoe. It's an NMD, something that I really appreciate. So it's a good shoe overall.
I'm gonna go ahead and say it's a great shoe. Me personally, I don't think I would get it just because when it came out in 2015, I didn't really like the NMD, especially, I don't know, the color. The only reason why it's so hyped now, I think, is because it's an OG colorway. It was the first of like this great collection of what Adidas brought into the sneaker game, which is the NMD.
Yeah, overall, it's just a really clean, beautiful shoe. It's the first shoe that kickstarted the whole NMD craze. And yeah.
Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
If you have any questions about the NMD PK, just leave it down in the comment section down below.
And remember to lace them up.